this young lad that lived with his single mom on a farm in Mayfield, North Dakota. He didn't mind living in Mayfield, North Dakota on this farm, even though he had no sisters or brothers, no friends close by, and oftentimes he was just bored completely out of his mind, with boredom. On this one particular day, he went outside the house, tried to find something to do, found nothing, came back inside, went back out again, walked around the house, saw nothing to do, nobody to play with, went back inside. After he had done this several times, his mother said, I have an idea. Riddle me this. If you can solve this riddle, I'll make you a pie. Red house, no windows, no doors, with a star inside. You will find it, son, on our farm, but I will not tell you where. And so he set out walking, and he was like, a red house, no windows, no doors. What in the world could that be? And having a star inside. So he happened up on the hen, and he stopped this plump little hen and said, please help me solve this riddle. A red house, no windows, no doors, with a star inside. And the hen said, cluck, cluck, cluck. You know how they do it. Cluck, cluck, cluck. What sound does the hen make? Cluck, 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 cluck. That is rubbish. That is nonsense. No such thing. Quit wasting my time. And the hen walked off. And so the little boy walked a little bit further. And he came up on a cat. And he stopped the cat. And he said, I am in a dilemma. My mom will make me a pie if I can solve this riddle. And I need your help. It's a red house, no windows, no doors, and it has a star inside. And the cat said, meow, meow. You know how cats do. What sound does cat make? Meow. Yes. That is crazy. That is nonsense. That makes no sense. You're wasting my time. Threw her head up in the air and marched off. The little boy said, certainly somebody must know how to unscramble this riddle. So he walked on a little bit further, and he came upon a sheep. And he stopped the sheep, and he said, excuse me, Mr. Sheep, but I need you to help me solve this riddle. It's a red house, no windows, no doors, with a star inside. Sheep said, bye. Is that what sheep says?
Bye.
You are making no sense whatsoever to me. It's nonsense. It's complete rubbish. And the sheep walked off. By this time, the little boy was really getting discouraged, but he said, I have got to solve this riddle. And so he happened up on the cow, meandering on down the farm. And he stopped the cow. He said, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, Miss Cow. Can you help me solve a riddle? It's a red house, no windows, no doors, and it has a star inside. And the cow said, boo, yes, 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 boo. I cannot solve that because it makes no sense to me. I will not let you waste my time. And so by then the little boy was really disheartened, but he said, I'm just going to keep on until I find somebody that can solve this riddle. I want that pie my mama's going to make me. So he happened up on a horse on the farm. This was a massive farm. They had a lot of animals. And he said, excuse me, Mr. Horse. I need you to solve a riddle. A red house, no windows, no doors, with a star inside. And the horse thought for a second. And he looked up at the apples on the tree. And he said, you know what? That apple can't considered a house because worms live inside it, just like somebody living in a house. But I don't know nothing about no star being inside there. And so the little boy stooped down and picked up the apple off the ground, and he ran home to his mother. And he says, Mom, I have questioned all the animals on our farm, and nobody can solve the riddle. But the horse told me that there is an apple with worms that live inside, but he doesn't know anything about it. And she stopped him, burst out and started laughing. She said, you have solved the riddle. That apple, if you cut it horizontally, you will see that it forms the shape of a star. And so now I'm going to bake you an apple pie. And if you wait a second, I'll show you a picture. And I've never seen this. I think Miss Celestine has, my instructor. If you cut the apple across like that, and look at the two halves, you will see the shape of the apple. Because see, we cut the apple straight down. But if you cut it that way, that is a star inside the house that has no doors and no windows. Thank you.